Mayday, here is Merman. We are going down.
Wow.
Now I know why you were up till 4 o'clock or whatever it was this morning.
Yes. Because I have no
Morning,
life.
cool. Good morning.
Good morning, all.
I will make a more musical intro for the future, Bill.
Okay.
Was that just a one-off, was it?
Well, I think people will probably get bored of watching that every week.
I have a horrible feeling that's part one.
It could be. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So we are here today to start a new build.
Yes.
Build.
Yeah.
What have we got, gentlemen?
Well, I've got a package.
Well, now you're showing off.
One told us.
Enough about your package.
Yeah, but you know, this arrived in the mail. I got a letter, and it says, I'll hold it up. Wallaby Whacker. It doesn't say dear or delicious or anything at all. Please find enclosed the RNLI Shannon Class Lifeboat, which we'll be doing as a Friday group build with Mikey, Gary Evans, and myself. I've taken the paint out as I wasn't sure of the Australian customs procedures. And also you'll find a box with MIG chocks and boarding ladders, a Chair Force one. So he sent me some 3D printed chocks and MIG 21 access ladders, and that's wonderful. And this arrived, I had no idea it was in the mail. So this hasn't hit the stores, the shelves in Australia yet. I haven't seen it. But I literally haven't opened it yet. It's still in the package.
Yeah, likewise. But I did take a cheeky look at the instructions, just so I could get my head around it.
Ian's just said he didn't see a minute of intro. He only caught about 10-15 seconds of it. So do people want me to actually show the whole thing?
Won't hurt.
Yeah? Okay.
Well, you went to all the effort.
Feel free to insult my regiment again.
Okay, here we go.
Mayday, here is Merman. We are going down.
Oh dear.
Just did the second time.
Hopefully, Ian, you saw all of that one.
Yeah, it is 58 seconds long. So
Yeah, I would point out the actual intelligence behind what I was doing. You're laughing at me saying here, fishy. That was very clearly Nemo, and we all know they find Nemo in the end.
Yeah,
classic survival training.
yeah, it was a high vis Nemo.
Exactly. That's right.
yeah, cool.
See,
I
there's
saw
method.
that Gary had snorkel mask on in the lifeboat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Not hoping for the best then.
health and safety is not a dirty word. Moist is a dirty
Three
word.
dirty words.
Yeah. But anyone that doesn't have the Shannon kit already, I've put the Amazon affiliate linky things in the description underneath for that and the decal sheet for the local lifeboat in the description box. I've also put links to all of our channels Well, not mine, obviously, because you're watching mine, but the other 3 channels in the description box as well.
I would say that my kit, by the way, is not in the original polythene box, but that's because I bagged because I had to take it out of that to do the box opening, which I did months ago. So that just thought I'd add that.
No problem. I opened the box literally an hour before we went live just to get the instructions out to plan my way through. But what I did want to mention straight at the beginning, this is a starter set. And Airfix, the light isn't being my friend here. Airfix have produced this. I'm assuming just goes in the starter set boxes. And for a beginner, absolute gold dust. Absolute gold dust. If you've never done a kit before, it tells you things like you need a nail file. You need pegs. So I was quite impressed with that. However, I won't be using those.
No.
But I'll have those. I believe, John, I left your paintbrushes in, didn't I?
Yes, I have 2 paintbrushes.
Oh, there you go. You got something out of that.
What I don't understand is how they expect you to paint the entire boat with those 2 poxy little paintbrushes.
It's a starter set, isn't it? So,
Yeah, I know, but come on. At least give them a really wide head one.
I shall be airbrushing mine. So, yeah, looking forward to doing this. It is a floaty thing. I don't normally do floaty things. Oh, and then an update on the conversation I was having before we went live, Mikey. I've been outbid.
There we go. There you go. There is the extra decal sheet with every single Shannon Class Lifeboat in the country on it.
How many are there?
Which is 10 quid.
I think there's 50 on the sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 or 90 or 70 or something like that. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. 50. So I'm going to be doing Real Lifeboat because that's the nearest one to us, and it's the 1334 Anthony Kenneth Hurd Lifeboat.
Yeah, and as I was saying to Mikey before we went live, I'll be doing the generic one because there's not much call for lifeboats in landlocked Telford, apart from the rowing boat on Telford Town Park.
Right. I'll be doing out of box because I don't have any choice.
You've done it again, Airfix, though, haven't you? You don't listen. One bag for all the parts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, okay. So, I've not done a starter kit before. I am liking the use of colour in the instructions, but also pointing out the parts you need and where they are in the sprue. That's rather handy, isn't it, for a beginner?
Yeah.
Nice. That's nice. It's different.
The detail's not bad on it either.
Right, so I need to do some conversions. Big colour. 15. 15 I'd imagine is blue for
What I actually did it's royal blue, that 15.
Oh, okay.
X3 if you've got Tamiya.
Okay. So, whilst you guys are starting, I shall go through the comments with the help of our half-asleep administrator.
Yeah. Wasn't quite firing on all cylinders when we spoke to him.
Yes. Ian's giving himself a trophy for being first.
Good man.
Dieter says, I concur with Ian. Scott says, ahoy, me hearties. Hello, Scott. Dieter says, drink up, me mateys, yo-ho, a Shannon's life for me.
Yo, I can't sing. See, you're trying to trick me into it. I nearly got a early modeling kicking.
Yes. Better Looking Marley says 6 months in a leaky boat.
Oh, great song. Aotearoa. Oh, this, by the way, this is an app. Sorry, before we go on to the comments, called iModel Kit. It's for iPhones and whatnot, and you can bring up, say, paints, paint mixer, and all that sort of stuff like that. But if you go to paints, it's got all the brands, quite a lot of them actually, and you can go to that one, say Humbrol. You can look up the numbers here, what color it is, and then there's another app where it'll look for equivalents in that's Valle, Italia, and Nagana, for instance.
Yeah.
So I find it handy to go through and just write down.
Yeah.
What they are.
The Android version of that is called Hobby Color Converter, and it is an extremely good little app.
We have mail.
Extremely good app. I recommend that.
Put them in the roundhouse. 34 is matte white.
Yay, my parcel has arrived.
Right.
Scott says, what should we do with the drunken sailor?
Put him in the roundhouse till he's sober.
Yes, apparently so. There you go. Of mice and men.
Mice and men.
Oh.
Got a bit battered in the post light, but by John Steinbeck.
Yeah. Pretty good book, actually.
A very important book for youngsters, I think. Julian says, good grief, 6th comment. I'm slipping. Wow. Answers on postcard. Scott to Bearded Veteran creates care of outpatients. The Madhouse looms to what the F's a postcode. And he says, morning all.
Morning.
Ian says, Madhouse by Anthrax. Not heard that in ages.
I just know that.
Duke, I can't believe that I'm the 11th comment.
Duke, you're slipping, mate. Either that or they're all out to get you.
Yeah. That was me. Be aware of today's intro is more of an animated clip. Dieter says that was funny. Thank you, Dieter.
Thank you, Dieter. All that work was done by
Ian,
Mikey.
I didn't see a minute of... Yeah, they didn't know anything about it. Well, they knew I was doing it, but they didn't know what I was doing. Scott says John has the only one in Australia.
I might. Yeah, I have not seen it in the shops or even. I think there's pre-order available, but yeah, I've said on previous streams.
John,
yeah,
in Australian modelling circles, is that like being the first man on the moon?
Oh, it's probably not as big a deal. Now, there's an argument going on with my daughters in the background, so I do apologise if you do hear that. I don't know what it's about.
We can hear it, but we can't. Don't worry, we can understand it. It's high pitched Australian. Sounds like it's getting closer to you.
Oh, it is.
You may get a frying pan flying across the river any minute. We've got to hear John.
Shut up!
Have you considered that you bought it for me?
The voice of Dad.
Well, that escalated. And in other news, Dieter, going to follow this closely as Shannon is sailing close to me too, thanks to Tiff.
Excellent.
Ah, she's good as our modders. Paul said, yeah, only 15 seconds. All right.
Huh.
You right now, John?
I don't know. I'm out here, there, and there.
Have you got a cup smashed over your head or anything?
Oh, well, we're going on a road trip tomorrow to a place called Jindabyne, which is about 6 hours southwards for a christening. I can't wait to see who jumped in my car.
Mm.
Are you going to be leaving them in the middle of the outback?
Oh no, it's up towards the Snowy Mountains. So
I'm sure you know this already, John, but for God's sake, don't get between them. You'll be the one that comes off worse. It's always the innocent bystander that cops it.
Yep.
It's always
When they both gang up on it, they suddenly have a truce with each other and gang up on you.
well, you know, maybe I deserve it. So what's that?
No.
I don't think it's anything. There's a little dingus at the end of the to stand for it. I don't think it's meant to be there. It's not in the instructions. So I'll just
dingus. You mean an idiot?
Oh, a dingus. It's a boy.
Ah.
All right. Yeah. I've spent best part of 10 minutes cutting off all the little extra bits they put on to protect it. And to be honest, it's quite a solid base. It really doesn't need protecting.
Ian says, hello, everyone, by the way. Hello, Ian.
Hello, Ian. How are you this fine day?
Dieter says, okay, now it makes a lot more sense. There we go. Yeah, I think it's because there's a slight delay between StreamYard, isn't there? It's like, you know, if you watch the stream we did last night, Gary.
Yeah.
If you watch the beginning of that, you can just see me and you sat there looking at the screen.
Yeah, I saw that this morning. I briefly jumped on it, and you two are sat there and with like your arms crossed as if you'd had a row, and then the intro starts.
You can click that beginning bit off.
I can assure viewers they had not had a row.
Hell no. We were still talking in like an hour after the stream had finished.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We were discussing philosophy and physics.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you had both had a beer, so that's the best thought philosophy.
Well, we thought it'd be fun to try and teach you some quantum physics, Gary.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Can you remember your lesson on theory of best fit reality, Gary? John can, and he can remember your face melting as you were trying to get your head around it.
No. Look, I used to teach atmospheric pressure, and I had to do some serious head scratching before I did my first lesson on that.
Was that one of those times where you just had to stay one lesson ahead?
It was one of those things where I didn't feel confident knowing I was going to teach it, but obviously you had to be able to teach every lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was never overly confident with atmospheric pressure. But when I taught it, I understood it better, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
By teaching it, and you know, it's quite simple when you know. But I blagged my way through the first lesson and got away with it. So,
did you pass your test?
They did. So they did, and I didn't mark it.
It says, that's better. I saw all that. Thank you.
Pleasure. I can say that because I didn't do it.
Tiff says, and that's our lesson for today. Tiffany says, just be wary of the paints. I've just opened mine and all my paints are dry. Yes, that's one of the problems.
That's Airfix for you.
Yeah.
Humbrol.
That's why we don't use them very often. Or if we do, we use those Humbrol, the Gen 2s and Gen 3s.
Yeah, they're not here.
Allegedly, the proportion of Gen 2 in starter sets is going up as Humbrol run out of stock of the old stuff, but I've yet to be convinced by that, to be fair.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't put the paints in, as I said in the note to John, because I wasn't sure what the customs laws were regarding paints, things like that.
Nor am I, and quite frankly, I don't think I would have been using them anyway. So, thank you.
Yeah. And the only Australian person I know that could have told me was the person that was receiving the surprise gift. So, really couldn't miss.
Yeah, and even he would have been unsure.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I've painted. I've made a thing. God,
excellent.
Got to do some whole work now.
Darren says, "Morning, everyone." Good morning, Darren.
Morning, Darren.
Ian says, "Are they recoverable, Tiff?" Probably not. Not to the extent where they're decent, anyway. Jim says, "Good morning from a very cold -4 degrees Chicago."
Ooh.
Morning, Jim.
It's time to get into the realms of big coat weather.
Yeah, I might have to put me woolly socks on. Right. So they're huge. The sprue gates for the hull.
Yeah.
Massive. These ones here. Oops.
Yes.
They're very chunky.
Yeah, they're chunky. I do also like the stand for it, how they're keyed, so you couldn't get the wrong one on the wrong end.
No.
If you're a beginner.
Yeah, again,
that's
beginner's kit. Benji is back from his walk and is barking at the world.
I'm here.
I don't understand why these are so chunky. Airfix.
I think it's because you're moulding one huge part through one gate.
Yeah.
That's a lot of plastic to fill a void.
Yeah, you have
through one injection point. So I think that's probably why.
You have a point there, sir.
That is a lot.
That's why he is Gary Stuff.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff, you see.
He knows stuff.
Sadly, I can't tell you who designed this. Not because it's a major secret, but when they did the product launch of it, they said that the designer had moved on. So whoever designed it actually isn't at Airfix anymore. So Matt Whiting did the design bit, the presentation. The guy who's now the head, the production manager or something. No.
Maybe Luke did it before he went to Revell.
No, well, Luke did the research for it for certain.
All right.
And would have done scanning and stuff like that with them, but the actual physical product design, the guy's no longer there.
Right. So there's an opening for any of us. Great.
Well, they already have a new designer. Apparently, she's fitting in very well. I don't know what her name is. I haven't met her, but apparently she's doing exceptionally well. So I'm told. So the team's back up to scratch because also they needed a new designer because Matt was promoted from senior designer to development manager. That's his name, development manager.
Who's senior designer now then?
I actually don't know. I'm going to guess it's probably Chris Parker-Joy because he's been there a long time.
Right.
In fact, I think Chris...
So he'd be really upset if he didn't get the promotion.
Yeah. I think I've got a feeling Chris may have been the only one there that Matt didn't actually employ himself.
Right.
He did all the interviews for pretty much everyone else.
Right.
But Chris is an outstanding designer. He did the Liberator, did the 124 Spitfire. He's very sharp. Although he's not doing the next 124th project, whatever that may be. He's not the lead designer.
It's either going to be a Hurricane or a Messerschmitt, isn't it? Or another Spitfire.
My guess is Hurricane. So did a lot of stuff around Hurricanes a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I would put money on a Hurricane.
Would have been a good time to be doing a lot more of the research and stuff like that. They're making a lot of fuss, and they're doing events at Duxford and stuff like that around the Hurricane.
Yeah.
But we'll see what Mystic Mugs can find out.
Yes, Mystic is out. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Septic Spoon.
Septic Spoon.
Do you remember the Brian Connolly version? Septic
Yeah,
Peg?
yeah. Septic Peg.
Yeah. No idea what to talk about, but okay.
The national lottery shows on a Saturday night. They used to have this woman that was all dressed up as like a clairvoyant type thing, and she was called Mystic Meg.
Oh, okay.
And there's a comedian. He used to do a skit of it because she used to do like the star signs with the crystal ball and stuff before the lottery was.
Septic Peg, wasn't it?
Yeah, and his Brian Connolly's Mickey take of it was called Septic Peg.
All right.
And he'd do things like pull silly faces and that, as if he's going boss-eyed and things, whilst he's getting the messages and things from the spirit world.
So then, Gary, is Mystic Mug a play on Mystic Meg?
Yes, absolutely.
There you go. That's I learned something new today.
Because actually, it's partly the fault of Crazy Loacher, because he always talks about coffee. It's always talking about coffee and the power of coffee and all that. So, and I just had a couple of mugs printed, one for my dad and things with my logo on it. And so I just sort of combined the two, the mystical power of coffee and my coffee mug. The future Mystic Mug sounded quite appropriate.
I must comment, by the way, Gary, you look very dapper at the awards ceremony.
Yes.
Thank you.
I like that. I like that waistcoat.
Thank you so much. I do like a good waistcoat.
Yeah. And
Gary, stop fanboying.
Yeah, I went to huge expense of booking out the Albert Hall for the awards. That was quite good.
And no one bloody turned up. I mean, it was so embarrassing.
Talking of Albert Hall,
Yes.
when I was 60, my sister got me a share in a racehorse called Albert Hall.
Oh, excellent.
And he had his first race yesterday.
My God,
wow.
what happened?
Out of 11, he came
He
10th.
got shot.
He came 10th. He wasn't
He
that.
got shot.
He's glue.
He's now called Boston.
That was his first run, and it was promising. So
Excellent.
Lovely.
I just thought that'd be typical of your look, Gary. You've had it a year
Yeah.
and it's been lame for the year.
yeah,
And then it finally will get shot.
yeah. The share period is 12 months, and they've extended it by a month because since I got him, he's had a wind operation, and he's had to recover from that. So he hasn't actually raced yet this year.
No.
You thought they'd have left the wind in, wouldn't you? Give him some propulsion.
I don't think it's that sort of wind, Mikey.
Oh, okay.
You never know.
Yeah, they could have just sold his
It
book.
it did concern me because they were saying when they declared him for the race, they said he's looking good. He's on a nebulizer before, and I'm thinking, a nebulizer.
You've got an asthmatic racehorse.
An
Excellent.
asthmatic racehorse.
They bought you a lemon.
That is my luck, though.
Yeah.
Where did he? left the gates and ran straight to the burger van.
Oh, anyway, Tiff says only one of them is recoverable, and it's the white. Can you tell any difference with the white?
I'm doing
Jim says, good morning, Modmin. Duke, I think that you have done quite a lot of floaty things. Oh, dear.
well, Duke, this is my first.
And that's Gary, that is. Which one? Wait Rose or Temu? Wait Rose or Temu? Jim says, good morning to all the usual suspects in chat.
Good morning, Jim.
Oh,
Watch out, John. Round 2's kicking off.
I can hear that. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm going to hear
don't
a crash of
apologise.
crockery at any second now.
Look, don't apologise. I
Entertaining.
have Benji kicking off every 5 minutes here. So.
It's entertaining. It's just when we hear the gunshots, we've got to worry.
This is Chicago.
Gunshots followed by the sudden silence. He's going to go beat the crap out of him now, isn't he?
No, I'll just close the back door so cut out the sound.
Darren says, which Shannon to start? Yeah, he's actually got 3 Shannon kits because his local lifeboat station has 3.
Okay, cool.
So he's got 1 for each.
Um,
Well, there you go. Scott says he can send you a decal sheet, John.
Have you won the decal sheet already? Impressive.
Jim says, hello and good morning, evening to our gracious hosts.
Jim, good morning. Hello. How are you?
Hello, old boy. Ian says, good morning, Jim.
Pip, pip, boulders, here I lie.
Scott, morning, Jim.
Benji says, good morning, Jim.
Jim says, Ian, good morning. Athol, morning. It's snowing and it's laying. Nice.
Yeah, we're expecting snow here tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm not expecting anything. Don't get disappointed that way.
Well, you're right by the coast, so the chances of you getting snow is...
Well, it's weird because we live near the bottom of a steep hill. By the time you get to the top of the hill, that's where you have the snow. So in town, it's snow, but because we're on the outskirts of town, further down the hill, we don't get it as much.
Yeah,
Which
like
is
us,
great.
because we're in one of the highest points in Telford.
Yeah.
We can get snow here, and anywhere else doesn't. This is it.
It's a bit of a twist in that frame. Might have to stick that to a piece of wood. Jim, good day, Scott, Duke, and all in Auslan.
I'll tell you what is coming
Penny's
to the
in.
Albert
She
Hall.
says, morning, guys.
Oh, hello,
Gary.
Penny.
Hey, Penny.
Penny,
Yeah, the thing that is coming to the Albert Hall this year, and I'm very, very excited about it, is sumo.
Sumo wrestling.
Yeah, the sumo Grand Bash show is coming to the UK. Only the second time it's left Japan in like 1500 years or something.
Wow.
So actually setting up a proper dojo in the middle of the Albert Hall, they have to get these guys in from Japan with the right sand and compact it down and do the reeds for the ring and all of that. It's going to be later in the year. I cannot wait. I'm on like the. In fact, I
So,
joined
you're excited
the Albert Hall.
to see some
So
fat guys in their underwear.
not all of them are fat. That's the wonderful
You're
thing.
excited.
I love it. I love sumo.
But,
Absolutely love watching it.
but you're excited to go and see a load of sweaty guys in their underwear, is what you're saying.
Well, Your Honour, I know the terms of my probation prohibit things like that, but no, it is
Can I
actually
just say-
genuinely a brilliant sport to watch. It's very exciting, and you get your
You're not
favourites.
helping yourself, Gary.
It's wonderful. You should
Can I
watch it.
just say I've been in training for that for years, waiting for it to come to the UK.
Well, you look at
Yeah.
some of these guys and you think, okay, well, he's like 30 stone. He can't do anything. But then, during their training, they're sort of doing standing jumps up onto like meter-high boxes and things. You think, okay, you're pretty strong then.
Yeah. You've got the leg muscles of a frog.
Yeah. But it's not all about the size and the weight, because there used to be a guy called Terao back in the day. And there was one called Konishiki, the dump truck, who was a Hawaiian guy who was just massive. And he'd been about against Terao, who's this older guy who was like just incredibly fit. And Terao quite often won, because once Konishiki got moving, he found it very difficult to stop going in the same direction, a bit like a super tanker. You don't want to get in the way of it because he'll bounce you out. But, so Terao would be very, very light, very nimble, and just sort of get out of the way and push and things like that. It's brilliant to watch. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to get tickets for it. I became a member of the Friends of just so that I could get advance warning of the tickets. Very, very exciting.
Also, the fit of this is lovely.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the just putting the other half of the hull together. The cross braces are all right. It's that front piece that.
Yeah.
Let's put a
Penny
bit of
says,
tape on
morning,
it.
guys. Sorry I've been able for a while. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Not a problem,
We'll be
Penny.
in a couple of days.
As long as you're all right, that's the main thing.
What, mate?
Say, as long as she's all right, that's
Yes.
the main thing.
Exactly. Absolutely. Duke says, John sounds like he's miles away.
Well, he is.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
If
that's
my sound is
John.
terrible, I'll go back to the headset. Do you want me to do it?
I can't tell the difference, John. You always
STD's
sound
in.
Hey? Oh.
You always sound away with the fairies anyway, John. STD says, morning, boys. Good morning, STD.
Morning, STD.
Morning.
Morning, STD. Sounds like you're used to saying that, Gary.
Oh, dear.
I'm assuming that was aimed at me, because Waitrose would never have to say that.
Oh, no.
Not that I've ever had to say it, I hasten to add.
Yeah, Maria might have Marion might have
Marion.
something to say about that.
Marion.
Don't make
This is
it
the thing,
worse,
you
man.
both married women with similar names as well.
Yeah.
It's all right. My granddad always used to call Marion Maureen.
Oh,
Marion was always saying to me, "Who's this bloody Maureen?" I don't know.
It's all right. Me and Kay have been married nearly 10 years now, and my nan still calls her Keely.
right.
And Kay just doesn't have the heart to correct her.
Because she's too nice.
Yes.
Is anybody having a slight issue with putting the two hull halves together?
No.
Shit, it must be me. Oh no, I think
Have you
they
got
will
issues, Gary?
No, I haven't. No, it's all right. It's me. It's me overthinking things.
Dieter says, when mine lands, I'll probably do the 1346 Duke of Edinburgh. Don't think I need to explain why. Hee hee. Because Dieter likes everything Japanese.
I started watching.
he says- Go on.
Talking Japanese, I started watching Outlander yesterday. What a good series that's turning into.
Yeah, I watched like the first 4 series, and then they took it off and put it onto Prime or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Stop watching it.
Ooh.
Dieter Duke, I think John is regretting to participate at his 10 p.m., but not really.
Okay.
I think he's trying to say he's regretting agreeing to join in a live stream at 10 o'clock at night.
What, our John? No,
Yeah.
not our John. He's a night owl. He's always here.
I think he means because the animated discussions in the background.
That's all right. That's families.
It's not usual.
No, it's not. I'll come to their defence.
Yeah.
I'll go down there and I'll negotiate.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, girls.
Blue beret on. Down you go.
Yeah, I say now, girls. Come on. You can talk this through. Let's
Uncle
face
Gary's
it.
here to settle you.
It's probably a bloody argument about Lippy or something.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Yeah, because that's really what would help out the discussion process, a bit of patronising them.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, girls, don't be silly. It's probably about Lippy.
Calm down, dear.
Yes.
It's probably not essential. It's only women's things.
Yes.
And just see 2 fists flying at Gary's head.
You want to worry about things, just be thankful you don't get man flu.
So Gary, oh sorry, you still have comments.
Yeah. In fact, do one of you want to do the comments a sec whilst I snip upstairs?
Yeah, I'll do it. Hagrid says, hello, Penny, STD, Jim, Scott, Athel, Darren, Julian, and any other plastic freaks like me. Duke Wellington says, Gary, what app was that again, please? Hobby Color Converter. It's in the App Store and it's free. Julian says, dope, time flies. Morning, all in chat and on the panel. Morning, Julian. OC, Officer Commanding Research Development. Darren Hall says, hi to Dieter. Bloody hell, Gary, that's coming together quick.
What? No, it's not. Just
Darren,
on
This one.
Oh, is it? Darren says, morning, STD. Look at
That's
that.
John who's racing ahead there.
Is it? Oh, is that John?
Yeah. So
Oh.
excited about having the first lifeboat in Australia.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh.
rocketing.
Julian says, hi, Hagrid. Jim says, morning, Dieter. Have my Airfix P1127 kit on order from Sprue Brothers. Much thanks to you pointing me in the right direction.
Lovely.
That's what this community is all about. Excellent. Darren says hi to Ian Allison. Matthew MC, morning all. Have the Shannon kit, got put off making it when people said there was a problem fitting glass parts. I'm watching in anticipation of a solution.
Okay.
Then you're watching the wrong channel.
Julian
says,
let's have a look.
Julian says, John, I'm guessing the argument in the background is which one goes in your card.
Oh my god.
Neither wants to, and I think he means car. Neither wants to, and the short straw wants 2 out of 3. Lol. Or one of them doesn't want to go. No, don't make me go with Dad. Darren says, hi, Matthew. Don't let it put you off. It's all part of modelling. Absolutely. Phil, morning all. Darren says, morning to Phil. And Ian says, I'm good, Gary, apart from being at work when I don't want to be. Yeah, that's why I am retired.
Oh, well, that's the clear parts in. They pop in perfectly. There's not a problem with them at all.
There you go. There's your answer, sir. Not a problem with the clear parts at all.
Yeah, there's nothing misaligned. It just literally just pops in
Brilliant.
and stays there. So crack on.
He's going to have this built in one session.
Yeah.
Well, there's not many pieces here, to be fair. Now, Gary, Waitrose Gary.
Yeah.
You've been to where they build these,
Yes.
RNLI, wherever that is.
In Poole, in Dorset, yeah.
Oh, Poole. I know where that is.
Yep. Yep.
Paul and I have been past there on the way to, other things like, tank museums and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what colour are these on the inside? It's saying to paint the whole hull. I think it's a sea grey. What is it? So, all the seats the same colour from memory?
That's a very good question. I don't think they are. I would need to go back and have a look at some video I shot on the day to find out, which is in the other office. The other.
Yeah, no. If you could, you've got a couple of sessions, to do a bit of research on my behalf. It'd be wonderful.
Yeah, sure. No worries. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be all the same colour. I would guess the seats are probably a different material, and also the floor would probably be a sort of a partially non-slip sort of thing.
Hose down the vomit.
On the front end, there are bits in front of the cockpit, as it were, or wheelhouse, whatever they call this on floaty things. There are strips. There are strips where there's sort of very roughened paint, that sort of very high grip paint, and the rest of it is a bit more sort of polished, as it were, a bit more gloss. But I can have a look for that and see if I can find those out for you if you want a bit more sort of accuracy. So you can maybe map down the ones that are less shiny, or even texture them if you really want to.
Tiff says, yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any colours to replace them. This will be your dry paint.
Mm-hmm.
Graham says, morning all, good luck with the Shannon. Thanks, Graham. So far, it's been no problem at all. Hagrid says, P.S. Humble has a Dutch ring to it. It means hum brol. Translation, crap in Brussels dialect. Darren says, I'm using Outlaw Paint's Lifeboat set for mine.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll not be doing that.
Graham says to Darren, what are Outlaw Paints like? I need an alternative to Humbrol for a 7. Never used Outlaw Paint, so I couldn't comment. Darren says, excellent. Chris says, good morning all. On a break at work. Good luck with the build. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Good to see you, mate.
Yeah. And Hagrid says, T-shirt for Gary. That's what I do. I build kits and know things. Absolutely. Yeah. We don't need Google. We've got Gary. Graham says that Darren to Darren Hall, are they acrylic or lacquer? I believe they're lacquer, aren't they?
Outlaw is, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Jim says, Graham, I can second that. What Darren said about Outlaw Paints, stuff works great. Darren confirms that they are lacquer paints. Graham says, thanks, guys. Always good to get recommendations. And Darren says, you're welcome. Chris says, don't forget the likes. Yes, like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe. Ian says, same, Darren. I got Outlaw Lifeboat special paint for set for this. Not used them yet. Jim said, coffee is a partner of every truck driver.
Yeah.
And model maker. Hagrid says, Gary, you have no idea how much we yap about coffee with scale models for vets. Even Crazy Loach is obsessed and pales to it. Darren says, my great uncle is Albert Hall. Well, he needs to run a bit faster. Only joking. Jim says to me, sounds like you have an episode of The Honeymooners going on in the background. Not my background, mate. I think it's John's. But they've all calmed down now. It's all over. Just storm your teacup.
I'll
Nothing
just
to see
mute
here.
myself whenever I hear them.
See, my dad used to always say to us when we were arguing, if you don't shut up, I'm going to bang your bloody heads together.
Yeah, but my dad used to actually do that, and Paul and I. That's why my head is shaped the way it is.
Ah,
Hurts
he
like
beat
sin.
it into that oblong shape.
Oh, not wrong. Yeah.
Duke says,
I love my
Gary,
dad.
when I was growing up, where I was growing up, they used to say if the horse was no good, they put him in the Kingston Sprint. Kingston was where they caught crayfish, lobster. No, you know, fair play to him. It was his first crack at it, so got to start somewhere.
Yeah. What you find out is that it's actually a former cart horse. They just decided on a change of career.
It self-identifies as a thoroughbred.
Yeah.
I did notice you put the self-identify thing in on the stream last night, Gary.
Yeah.
Hagrid says we have snow forecast, but not having any hopes up either for it. Graham says not much chance of snow here. I'm 500 yards from the beach in Thailand. Oh, that's a nice fit. Oh, that is a nice fit.
That's what she said.
Dominic says good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dominic.
Hey, Dominic.
Hope you're well, sir. That is a lovely fit. Jim says, good morning, Athol. We had a fall of snow yesterday. But when you have a fall of snow, Jim, it just buckets it down.
Yes.
And life goes on. In the UK, one drop of snow lands and the UK grinds to a halt.
Yep.
Jim says to Gary Evans, sumo wrestling? How very cultured of you, group captain.
Well, you know, it's just a brilliant sport. It's so fun to watch. I love it. I just love it.
Duke says, John, you sound much better now.
Oh, thank you.
He hasn't said anything.
No. I think that's what he means. I muted myself and sounded better.
He sounds better with his gob shut. Love you, John.
Yeah. Paul says,
I'll read this comment in an Australian accent. Paul Marley, friend of the channel, says, friends of models for sumos. Funny guy.
Sumo! Cool. Right. This is where it all goes wrong. I've dry fitted it. I've test fitted it. It fits perfectly. Add glue. It all goes wrong.
Graham says, I did mine as 1347, my local boat at Anstruther. If anyone needs the other names, etc., then I have the rest of the decal sheet left. There we go.
Wow. Coolio.
We have a lot of very kind people on this channel.
That's why we love this channel. This community.
Yeah. Speaking of which, aren't you supposed to be doing a video today, Gary?
Me?
Just attempt. Yes.
I'm supposed to be recording a video today, yes. A Chinook box opening.
Yeah.
Review, which I'm hoping to do this afternoon if my lovely wife will allow it.
If you have permission.
Well, there's a faint rumour that she's going to take the Christmas decorations down today.
Oh, but it's not the 12th day of Christmas.
That doesn't come into it. It's when Marion's fed up with them.
Oh, fair enough.
And she was calling in reinforcement. She was calling in reinforcements in the shape of Kerry Ann, and Kerry Ann has just arrived.
Oh, hello, second daughter.
Getting the crew together.
See, I don't have to worry too much about that because both Kaylee and Morgan are still in bed.
Yeah, well, Morgan's a
Teenager
now, so
he wasn't very happy last night because he came into my room at 11 o'clock and he said, Mike, the batteries are gone in my Xbox controller. And I went, oh dear, I guess that means it's time to go to bed then.
Oh dear, oh sad, never mind.
I just looked at him and went, oh dear, not a lot I can do about that because your mum's used all my batteries. I bet you better go to bed then.
I do concur with you, John. This kit's going together beautifully.
A little too beautifully.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the kick in the ghoulies to come. But, yeah.
I mean, I think the kick and ghoulies might be when you realise that you've put the footboards on top and you're going to have to spray that a different colour to the hull.
So you're talking technical terms now. You said footboards.
Well, the deck.
Right. Well, why didn't you say the deck? Jeez. Not only am I struggling to do floaty things here, you're using nautical terms.
You can get medication for that. It's called Seneca. Licorice is good for not being out, for struggling to do floaty things.
Yeah. I'm just going to bellow at Kerry Ann. Stand by.
Okay. It's all right. We're used to it on the stream. Darren says, Dieter, 1346, Duke of Edinburgh is my local lifeboat. There we go.
She's outside, so I can't bellow at her.
You can through the window.
She's outside. That means she's having a fag, and I thought she'd given up. Unless she's vaping. No, she'd be vaping outside.
See, what you should do is shout at her and go, "Oh, you thought you quit."
I'm trying to encourage her, not start her off.
You'd probably get 2 fingers.
I'll get more than that from Kerry Ann.
Athol says, now, boys, never forget some lads wear lipstick, cosmetics, and female dresses.
Only at weekends. Oh, sorry.
No, we don't care about all that stuff.
Nah.
To be honest.
Live and let live.
Just tell us your name and don't be an ass, and we're fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
That sits in that stand rather nicely.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's a good point. Why am I leaving it on the table when I've got a stand?
That's a point. That's no point.
Right, Joe, I think he's got a point. June says, if I recall correctly, David Cameron got into trouble for saying calm down there to a female
yes,
MC in the House.
He did. Kerry Ann, can you bring me up a can of Coke, please?
Without smoking.
Without smoking.
No smoking in the house.
Martin says, how do me ducks?
Aye. I was wondering, I was actually looking at the memberships yesterday, and I was wondering how Martin was, because I've not seen him on a few streams.
I'm trying to work out how these water jets go.
Oh, Kerry Ann. Kerry Ann, I need a floaty thing.
Yeah, that's smaller than I don't think it will float.
Yeah, it's got the head, but the hole's going to be filled in. I think I had that the wrong way around. think it actually goes on that way around. Yes, it does. I'm talking to myself.
Hi, carry on.
Hiya.
How's the non-smoking going?
She's in a foul mood. Why are you in a foul mood, dear?
Because she can't smoke.
Day 3 with no nicotine. I'm likely to kill you. Just
It wasn't day 3, isn't it? Because you.
No, I relapsed.
Oh, you relapsed, so you're back at.
I'm at day 3.
You got your day 3
I'm ready to kill
token.
people. Yeah.
If I could do it, you can do it.
You met my comment.
Right, so I've got to think this through now.
Yeah.
Oh God, Tiffany. Whilst Gary does that and gets all the cogs started, Tiff says, "I'm skipping hellos to people because there's a lot of them and it makes up most of the chat." Yes, I think that's what we've got to start doing. To be honest.
I'm just
Matthew, see, cool, thank you. Did the 7 previously, so was apprehensive.
well, I must admit, as someone who's never built a boat before, and as someone who normally manages to cock up the most straightforward model, this has gone together so far, touch wood, very, very nicely. Very, very good fit.
Absolutely.
Well, this is part of what makes this build an interesting one, because we've got someone who's never built a boat before, and we've got someone who likes to build a lot of boats.
Yeah, but not plastic ones. I mean, I've only built, I think, 2 plastic ones. Oh, 3.
Still 2
Well,
on
John,
Okay, maybe 4.
John, regarding the interiors of Shannon Class boats,
Yep.
if you go to a company called Berthon Marine Services, that's BERPHON Marine Services, they've got a brochure about boat building, and they are involved with the Shannon Class. There's loads and loads of photos on there.
Great tip. Thank you.
Including the fact that the all of the seat belts are blue. So if you want to, the seats look black, but with the blue safety belts. So they've got like a yellow stripe on the, and then they're blue all over. That's just in case you want to really have to do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not going to be building I'm not going to be building the different positions with all the screens and stuff like that. But it gives you a good idea of what the interior like. It's mainly really dark, the interior, but with a few bits of highlights of colour.
And to confirm what Gary said earlier about what John said earlier about the glass work, it literally does just drop in and click into place. You could probably get away without gluing that if you wanted.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
Now I've got to take it out.
Now that's when it breaks.
Thank you for that vote of confidence.
All he realises he's got glue on his fingers.
Shit.
Which I seem to be doing quite a lot lately.
I really don't think this is going to take too long. Like, we're an hour into it. We've got pretty much the carcass done. Just painted blue, bits grey and bits orange, and we're nearly on the home stretch.
I mean, you wouldn't be far wrong if you just painted the whole hull section with primer grey, and then just painted the outside of the hull with the blue. The deck's pretty much the right colour then.
Well, what I think I'm going to do, I'm not going to put the A9 and A10 on yet, which are the, I believe, props. Thrusters, that's it. That's a nice word. Thrusters. Yes, I'm not going to put the thrusters on yet, but I might assemble. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the hull as it is at the moment, as a module. Work on the cabin as a module, and then I can paint them separately.
Yeah,
that's a very sensible idea, Gary.
Somebody record the date and time I had a sensible idea. Please, it doesn't.
It's your first one of the new year. Julian says, if I recall correctly, there are a few fit issues with the cockpit fitting the hull. It's pretty much agreed it shouldn't have been a starter set. I suppose it depends on your level of ability, really.
Just pop straight in.
What is a starter set?
Oh, yeah.
For someone
Literally,
who's done plenty of models, starter set probably is a starter set.
literally seems to drop straight in.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, there you go. Drop straight on there.
It might have just been a problem with the early production run.
I mean, you compare this with a Tiger Moth, which is supposed to be skill level 1, and it's chalk and cheese. It's so much more straightforward.
I'm absolutely loving it.
Fun.
It's a boat, and I'm loving it.
Can you say that again, Gary, and speak a little bit closely into the microphone?
I can try. Is that better?
No, I mean, no, the other one.
Oh,
He said he liked.
Boat. It's
He
a
liked
boat,
boats.
and I'm loving it. It's all
He
teased
said
me
it
up
is
when we're
deep
doing the
inside
aircraft
his
carrier later on in the year, doesn't it?
Yeah. See, all these months that you've been wishing, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'll never do one of them. And you actually bloody enjoy it. That's why you should push your boundaries.
Oh, matron.
Test
You
it.
keep out of it, you.
I wouldn't argue with her, Gary. She's withdrawing.
Bloody withdraw in a minute.
Oh, that's fighting talk. Graham says, the inside of the wheelhouse is grey. The seats are black with blue seat belts. There you go.
So inside the wheelhouse is grey. As in at the rear of the. Okay.
Every time you say wheelhouse, I just keep thinking back to Spike Milligan's Mussolini, His Part in My Downfall, when they're talking about their arrival in Italy and the wheelhouseman's face shone bright through the wheelhouse window. Is a line that keeps cropping up in the book.
Penny says, I found a really good video of that lifeboat on the RNLI YouTube site. I'll try and find it and post it in Discord. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And it's nice to have you back, Penny.
Yeah, it is.
You have been missed. Dieter says, as for the orange of the superstructure, you can make it with a bright pink undercoat and then put the orange over it. Or use the AK wheel colour red pen and use the latter on my icebreaker.
Yes.
So,
What I might even do. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, so you're going for pink then orange, are you? Make it stand out.
Yeah, I will possibly prime it in desert pink.
I've got
And
red
then-
primer.
And then go over it with orange.
I shall be mainly using pink primer, and then probably this Model Air orange, which seems quite close to me.
We've got Kerry Ann in the background when she was saying that, Gary, going, mostly this week I shall be eating Bourbon biscuits.
That's right. That's how
Does she sound just like that?
No. No, she didn't.
I've got Vallejo fluorescent orange.
Uh-huh. Excellent.
I don't believe I'm enjoying this so much. Come on. Where's the catch?
Oh, there you go. I've got red primer as well.
Excellent.
Red primer.
That's
Yeah, shut up,
a really
Dave.
nice flat red colour.
I suppose I could do all that first. So even the steery bit,
Yes.
The steering bit, even that's orange. No, I'd have thought the steering bit would have been black. You know, the wheel, steering wheel.
It probably is. Remember, it's painting instructions.
Gary's seen him in real life. Let's ask Gary.
I can't remember.
Never made a model kit.
That was
Well,
back in like June or something.
It hasn't got all the
Well, what
all
use
the
are you
bits
then?
to grab onto on the outside of the wheel, you know, so you can spin it round and.
Oh, the dinguses.
That's because it's not like a 19th century warship.
Should have one of them with all the rigging.
These
now?
things,
Shut up.
they're a lot easier to steer these days.
It's not easy to steal. No, I just thought the steering wheel would have been black.
Well,
Once
those all
you-
go together so
Think
well.
about it. If they're operating at night out at sea, they can't have the cabin lights on, can they? Because it needs to be able to see out. So if
Yeah,
they
but
have
you
a black
would think-
thing, they're not going to be able to see it.
You would think one of the key things a coxswain should know is where the bloody steering wheel is.
Yes, but if he slips or something,
He should be
and
more
grabs hold of
careful.
it, something like that.
Well, as he's going out the back door, he grabs the handle, and yeah, that was.
But don't forget, there's probably an indexing mark on it as well to tell him where where centre rudder is. The midships.
Getting heckled from the sidelines here.
I don't blame him.
One thing is that they do is that every single Shannon is absolutely identical, down to where reference books are, where binoculars are stored. Everything is exactly identical because they have 2 or 3 like spares moored at pool all the time. Well, a couple at pool and one somewhere up north, so that when they have to take one out for servicing, they can deliver another Shannon class, and it's exactly the same. So the lifeboat crew don't have to think. They reach for binoculars that aren't there because someone else puts their binoculars elsewhere. Everything's absolutely identical.
Are they self-writing, these Shannon class?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool watching them do it, isn't it?
Yeah. They've got
See a video,
a
on YouTube
seriously
this
cool indoor pool for it as well, where they train them.
Yeah.
It's like a big, deep swimming pool, like deep. So it's got like observation windows in the bottom. It's really groovy, so they can watch what's going on underwater. And they've got wave machines built into it, and they've got massive turbines to generate wind, and they can make it rain, and they can black it out and make it lightning. You know, lightning flashes. So they can really put them in like a really heavy sea state at night in the rain with lightning, and then tip it upside down and get them to get everything back up again.
Cool.
Astonishing training facility there.
That sounds like money very well spent.
Oh, totally.
And all the crews are volunteers.
Exactly. Exactly. As they say, we know we're really happy to volunteer and do it for nothing. Just we need the right stuff, the right tools and the right kit to do the job.
Yeah.
And then they'll go out in any weather for anyone.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Just about.
We don't have too many of them in Australia. Like, we certainly don't have a national.
That's because nobody wants to go in a water full of sharks.
But is it? Yeah. Well, there's another shark victim today in South Australia. Yes. So RNLI, it's Royal National
Lifeboat
Lifeboat
Institution.
Institute. Okay.
Yeah, there's no point having a lifeboat institute if the people are going to be eaten by the time the lifeboat gets there.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I haven't said anything.
You sound oh, okay.
Dieter says, so you get the idea of how it is more orange than red.
No.
I think, was it you or Malcolm that was saying, Gary, that they're all different colours because the orange paint fades really quickly?
Yeah, it's a high vis orange and it does fade relatively quickly. And that's one of the things they do during the servicing is they repaint the top. Yeah, it's like Dayglow. Dayglow, you remember from Dayglow when the trainers had Dayglow wingtips and stuff, the Dayglow wore off really quickly. But it is amazing seeing the production line of these things. You know, that literally is a production line.
Like Lister's Dayglow orange moon boots.
Yeah.
That they have to leave outside in the airlock because they smell so bad. Martin says, Tiff, quite agree, so I'll cut to the chase. Any of you out there have a go to base colour for German World War II tank tracks? Preferably Tamiya, thanks in advance.
Ooh.
Good question. The one to ask for that would be John Mayfield.
Yeah, John Mayfield be the answer, the man who'll give you the answer. But as a base colour, I would. That's good. That's
chainmail.
Huh?
Vallejo chainmail or natural steel.
Well, yeah, but I probably wouldn't use that as a base colour.
Well, I would, and then just once you build all the colours up, just rub it in different parts where it'll be in contact. Because then you get the wearing through the layers.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go on the Discord, Martin, and tag Holdfast and ask the same question, he will be able to tell you what he does because he loves the tank tracks.
What he doesn't know about tanks ain't worth knowing.
He is the channel tank. He's the M4H tank one. Dieter, outlaw paints are impossible to get here, alas. Been trying to get a Skoda Blue from them, but cannot get it shipped here, unfortunately. Wow, it really does just plonk together, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was just literally thinking that. Again, it just keeps.
It's going to be fun doing that rubber bumper around the top of the hull. June says 11 likes at a minute, 22 watching. Come on, people.
22 of you, 11 of you haven't liked. Come on, guys.
You know you want to.
Yeah. Otherwise, Waitrose won't come back.
Yeah.
He won't think it worth his time.
Don't say that. They'll be thinking, yay. Get rid of your
It cost us a lot of money to get Waitrose.
Yeah. We have to get in touch with his agents and everything.
Yeah.
His people have had to speak to my people.
And he had to
commissions were swapped.
Delay work on the north wing so he could attend.
Yeah.
Why do you keep staring at me, Carrie Ann?
Really want to poke you in the eye. With the magnifying glasses, it look hilarious.
Oops. A little bit too much.
Is Paul still off the Red Bull? The Monster, rather?
I'm not off the Red Bull.
No, is Paul still off the Monster?
Yeah.
He's doing well. Did he relapse?
With the fags, but not with the Monster.
Don't give up. You can do it.
Yeah. Right. Stand by, because this could go everywhere, because Kerry Ann bolted upstairs, so this kind of coat could explode.
Yeah, Mom.
You have little faith in your daughter, don't you, Gary?
Well, I wouldn't put it past her to have shook it.
What? Pretty much just like chucked it up the stairs and rolled it back down to see if she can catch it.
Well,
Dragged it up behind her on a piece of stringers, so
Huh?
it bounces up the steps.
Jake's got a new game.
Ooh.
Jake's new game is to get the tomato ketchup out of the fridge and hide it somewhere either in my man cave or in my bedroom.
Why?
It makes him laugh.
Good on Jake.
Honestly, Airfix, you've raised the bar on this kit. You really have.
Do you know what? I'm actually slowly coming around to Airfix, I think. Slowly coming around to the idea of him.
I mean, it's almost clicked together, some of it.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, I don't think I'd object to doing an Airfix kit.
On 24-bit bar.
No, I can't do anything that big. I haven't got enough space.
You've got a 124th Harrier to do anyway. That's Airfix.
Yes, I have.
That's old Airfix, mind.
Yes, and it also has a narrow wingspan. And a Spitfire, I think.
Oh,
Darren says, Hagrid, who have you spoken to?
I put glue on the wrong side of that piece. I'll try that again.
Graham says, in Fife, Scotland. Yeah. 2 seconds.
So all these boats,
Julia.
from what I understand, are named after mighty rivers of the UK. Would that be correct?
The classes are, yeah.
The Severn, Mersey, all those ones. So
Well, the British
where's-
Isles, I should say, because the Shannon's in the Republic.
Shannon's in Ireland. Yeah.
Yes, it's the British Isles, because the RNLI covers the Republic as well.
Oh, okay, there you go. Right. So in preparation for this, I listened to the Broad Majestic Shannon earlier today by the Pogues. It was wonderful.
Excellent.
It's quite an impressive.
It's perfect, isn't it? It just clicks together and stays there. It's wonderful.
A joy to build. There you go. You have from positive feedback to Airfix, Gary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, mention that the 4 veterans fully endorse this product, and we're not doing it for any freebies that might come our way.
Mhm.
In any way,
The
shape,
only
or form.
person who got anything for free in this episode is me.
But my address is
22,821.
What I am doing with this, which I'm probably overthinking again, is because I want to have this come off completely and spray it and all the rest of it. Every time I put a part into this, I'm refitting this back on because mine's sort of spread out on the frame. It isn't as like close
yeah.
inside. So if I glue something, I don't want it to glue in like this splayed out position, as it were. So I'm sort of because the fit is good, it clicks in, as you say. Then I can put it back on here, go around with a bit of extra thin just to make sure they're sort of welded in place, and then put the next bit in. That's the only thing I'm having here.
No,
And maybe that's part of the issue some people have had with fit, is that they've sort of followed the instructions and built the whole of the top and glued everything in place, and then trying to fit this to the hull, they've run into some of these problems around it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying
what you're
this-
saying, Gary, is you're better than most of the people who built this.
Absolutely not. It's just
You're a professional modeler.
I think what Gary's saying is that there is because it does go together very well, there's a tendency to rush it if
Be
you're not careful.
complacent.
Yeah. Also, really, I can see that had I not been very sensible and actually tried dry fitting, I would have made that mistake. I know I would.
Yeah.
So my build would be now how to get round having messed that up, which is fine. I'm happy to own it when I do. But I'd rather be able to say, do you know what? I'm having trouble with this, but this is how I figured out how to do it properly in the first place, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is. I'm very, very keenly aware that I'm by a long way not the best model maker around, but I don't want to be.
Well, this is the thing. People think that modelers, people who do YouTube channels, scale modeling YouTube channels, are really good modelers. It's not. It's just people who are willing to have their mistakes viewed by everyone else.
Yeah.
And aren't worried about being critical.
How not to do something, you know?
Yeah.
And as much as I love the ICM B26 Marauder as one of the finest kits I've ever made, in terms of the quality of the kit, there's bits of the build sequence I would not do the way that they tell you to. Like I wouldn't put the latches on for the bomb bay doors right early in the sequence because I'll break them off, and indeed I did. I'd keep that for much later in the build. So it's things like that. But the good thing for us on for all of us really on YouTube is that we have that platform to say, look, I messed this one up. This is how I messed it up. This is how I'd get around it in future, or this is how to cure it. And we have luxury to be able to share that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I am so chuffed with this.
Julie says, John, if you put yours and Paul's heads together, do the lumps and bumps fit together to make a Super Marley?
More like a Super Mario.
What, like the way South Africa,
South
America and Africa fit together, like plate tectonics?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I've not considered that.
Twitter twat.
I will tell you one thing.
Jim says,
my face opens his iPhone.
My face wouldn't open my own iPhone if I had one.
No, my face doesn't work on the face recognition. How is this face not recognised? Even my phone shuns me.
You just go, what was that?
Shunned by my own phone.
Oh. How is it? When we do the tax returns, Gary?
Yes.
Do you remember a couple of years ago when they first introduced the online self-assessment and you could do the facial recognition to prove your ID?
I've never done that.
When they first introduced, I tried it the first year they introduced it, and you have to take a photo of your driving license and then take a photo of yourself.
Oh right, yeah.
And I tried doing it, and it wouldn't recognise it because in my driver's license, I have a short beard. I have a short beard, and I don't have a really long beard. So it thought it was two different people.
Well, you'd have fun doing international travel these days, then, mate.
Yeah. Well, my new license now, literally all you can see is because I had a haircut as well. So all you can see is my face around my eyes and my nose. And that's it. It's quite cool. But I don't do international travel anymore, so I don't have a passport, and I have no inclination to go anywhere outside the UK.
Don't blame you.
I like my country the way it is, or the way it was.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to work something out.
Jim says, Gary Morris, my error on the argument sketch. Had no idea that John's spacious garage allowed for people to be heard in the background.
Oh, yes, you're actually listening to an argument in two separate time zones.
Yes.
I thought he was going to say John's spacious forehead.
They've either killed themselves or each other, or maybe it's all over. I'd like to think it's all over.
They'll all be lovey-dovey now.
I hope not. They're siblings.
You know what I meant.
They don't get to have the makeup bit. Dieter says, Jim, that's after the wallabies and koalas have left. Wallabies do not survive John's garage. They're smeared over it. John actually has a trophy room of red. People think it's red paint. It's not. It's koala blood.
Yeah.
It's the blood of his enemies.
Oh, yes.
Each week it has a new trophy on the wall. Jim says, just having fun, Gary Evans. I see that Albert Hall is used for all kinds of events. It is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hobby time. Hi, guys. Just popped in for a bit. Hi, Hobby time.
Yeah, hobby time. Oh, ahoy.
Hoi, hoi, hoi.
Yeah.
All right.
Dieter says, Darren, the makers themselves. Okay. So far behind. Tiffany, there's a lot of mold lines, so I'm scraping it off to give him more time on it. Yes, that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm slightly behind the rest of them. Dominic says the Christmas stuff may not be thrown away until after January 6th, according to tradition.
You tell that to Mrs. Morris. I dare you.
Agreed. Katie's lucky I agreed to have a tree up in the first place. Dieter says, who wanted to part with some of the decals for the Shannon class? If he or she wants to risk sending them to Belgium, I'm game for 1346, as I have no idea when the kit alone, let alone the decal sheet. Oh, I'll tell my brain's tired again. Dieter says, comes out here. You might be able to get the decal sheet from Amazon. It might just be the actual kit. Because the decal sheet they can just post out, can't they?
Mm-hmm.
Athol says, Hamish had fun last night and a string of decorations fell from the ceiling and he ripped it. Bringing down another strip, so Celia decided they were all coming down today.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Christmas is over.
I have had enough of this craziness.
Stop the world.
Dominic says that's... Sorry, go on.
Said, stop the world. I want to get off.
That
is beautiful.
Dominic says that's more for the deeply religious. There you go, Gary. It's for the religious people. It's for the God botherers.
Oh, there you go.
Dieter says, thanks to Tiff, I got the kit. Now looking to fix decals while at it.
I'm loving this. Absolutely.
Tim, Dominic, we have 10th of January as a deadline for removal of Christmas decoration. I have whenever my wife can be bothered.
I'm just trying to work out.
Yeah. Sorry?
John, have you got to stage 5 yet?
Oh, yeah. So...
John, I might read the instructions.
Yes, I have.
So the B20,
yes.
Can that go in? I'm just the question I'm asking is if I put B20 in now, is that going to foul? Put in the clear part.
The windows. Oh, cripes. Let me find out because I've put it in.
I'm glad I asked that question.
Wow.
B20.
So I've got B20 and B19 in place on the sidewalls.
Right. Will that foul?
No,
Okay.
no. You can finagle them on. Yeah. Still. Yeah, they just pop in, but you need to drag it forward.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't stop it. No.
Brilliant. Thanks, mate.
John, I was going to ask you something. I asked Mikey about this last night on the stream, and I thought, no, I'd ask you about this today. And because I haven't heard you curse, I think I know what the answer is. Well, on the Fokker you were doing yesterday,
Yes.
you put the decals on for the lozenges.
Yes.
Being new Edward decals, is that the colour they're going to be, or do you have to take them off? I was only asking because you were putting the other strips on, and I thought, hang on, I thought you had to take like the support film off them.
Okay. So with Edward decals, I don't subscribe to the removing the top layer thing. I think
Okay.
I've never done it. I've tried it once and it ruined the decal.
Okay.
My view is Edward don't actually tell you to do it. It's somebody else on the interweb saying, "Hey, do this. It looks great." And
Right.
I don't think it's intended. So what I do with all the Edward decals, you can see they've got a nice little shiny gloss on those. It's just that's how it is.
Okay.
So with a matte coat, none of that is visible. None of that shines up. So for instance, so this is the Edward Tempest. I haven't removed any of these of the film at all. As you can see there, there's no shine. Like anyone that does that, I think should maybe stop listening to some modelers because that's the Edward decal with the top left on and just a matte coat over the top, and
there's no sort of dulling down the colour or anything like that.
None at all. No.
Oh, excellent. That's
So
good to know.
I don't subscribe to that theory. Even like the huge serial numbers underneath there or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you can hardly see any decal film at all, and that's I didn't peel anything off.
Excellent to know.
I do not do that.
Oh, thanks. I just had visions of you cursing and muttering to yourself today because I was watching you put the strips on, and it struck me last night. Hang on. I thought you were supposed to take the film off. Okay.
Yeah,
No, they go down beautifully, and I do not subscribe to that theory. So this is how the decals come. Let's see if I take off this. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
You can probably. Well, yeah. So you can see. Well, it's a bit sort of like you can see the reflection of the light. How. Yeah. But I haven't done anything with it at all.
Excellent.
So what you can do, if you use, say, isopropyl alcohol or what other people use over the top, I've tried it once and I didn't like the way it turned out. And, so that the only time I've tried it, I'll grab it because it's right here. It's an Edward. This is a Doinia 17. So it's an ICM kit with an Edward release.
Yeah.
There we go. So this is, as you can see there, this is a Doinia 17 that they pulled out of the Goodwood and Sands.
All right. Yeah.
So I tried to remove the film, and it's made a mess. You see the A isn't perfect anymore, all that sort of stuff. So I just thought, no, I don't like that. So I just literally, you give it a matte coat, and that's how they turn out. Like, there's no reason to do it.
That is really good.
No reason to do it. I think anyone who says that has seen somebody do it on YouTube and thought, oh, that's what you have to do.
Right.
And I really do not subscribe to that theory.
That's really good to know. Because I've got a few Edward kits and I was thinking, I'm not looking forward to it. You look at some of that, the stencil sheet, and you think, are you seriously expecting me to take off that film?
Yeah.
On something that small? And then I think, you know what, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah. I remember watching a YouTube modeler. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the big names. Obviously not as big as your name, Gary. But they said that they weren't designed
No.
to be
Edward,
peeled off. It was a
Right.
happy
I do not
accident.
recommend it.
It was a happy byproduct that somebody found out.
Right.
That's my memory talking, so it could be another
Okay.
one. But
Because sometimes when you look at the sheets, that especially like sort of Japanese markings and stuff, they do look a little bit dull. But I guess once you actually use them, then the surface resets or whatever, and it becomes nice and transparent, and everything's hunky dory.
Yeah. So I'll take a look. So I've got some Japanese decals here. This was an Edward 0. Look at you.
2 seconds, guys.
For sure.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, Robinson has just gifted 5 bearded veteran creators memberships.
Excellent.
thank you very much, Tammy.
Well done.
Thank you, Tammy.
That's cool.
Happy New Year to you.
Everyone gets a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. An air beard with every subscription.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can see there's a bit of a
Like a mottling effect on them.
Yeah, but literally, what I do is I don't try to take off that stuff at all. I've tried it once, and as I say, it took the ink away.
Yeah.
So once you hit it with a dull coat, it just totally disappears anyway.
Excellent.
And Edward, I've never seen any of their official documentation, instructions, anything at all says to do it.
Okay, that's pretty cut and dried then. Excellent. Thanks very much, John. Appreciate that, mate.
But that's the way I do it. So anybody watching, make up your own mind. What I say isn't gospel.
Yeah, now comes the disclaimer. Okay, yeah. All right, whatever.
It's your model. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah. But
Dieter says, "Yep."
I'll literally show you in front of the camera here what's going on, and you can see that I don't have anything to hide.
Yeah,
John.
Absolutely,
John.
That's good.
Yeah,
John. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, no.
Dieter says,
First one of the year.
Yep, or rather 5th this year, Moments of Epiphany. As the 6th is a Monday, tradition reverts to the first Sunday of January. There we go. Graham, Dieter, Kilted, oh yeah, so just a really long name. Message me and I can send you the decals. There you go, Dieter. Graham is going to send you the decals. Duke, Gary, stop talking about your floaty things. And Dieter, okay, Graham, thank you. Jim, Benji, hello, my canine friend.
I have an empty sprue.
Ooh.
B.
Martin, thanks for the concern, Mikey. For some people, they get socks for Christmas. I got COVID and I felt like death for the last 5 days.
No. Oh, I think you would have preferred socks, mate.
It's still there, isn't it? It's still about.
Dude, John, you know he's an amputee, right?
No, I didn't know that.
You just said that an amputee would prefer socks.
Well, we don't judge here. Backpedal.
You've got to put something on your prosthetic.
John, would you like to borrow my JCB to get yourself out of that hole?
Oh, no, I prefer to dig deeper.
It wasn't meant like
That's
that.
what she said.
I'm sure Martin.
Yeah, Martin knows you don't mean anything by it.
The humorous side of it.
Yeah. Dieter says, Graham, are you on Mikey's Discord or how best to reach? Graham is also on the Facebook page, Dieter. If you look at the link to today's stream that I put on the Facebook page, he's commented on that. If
So I
that's
think-
all right to contact him that way, that is.
I'm trying to decide
Yes.
whether to install these parts into here now or have them
Yeah.
separate for painting purposes and then install them.
So the ones we're talking about, B19,
You know, the bridge.
1920. Ah,
No, the bridge assembly and
yeah.
The start
where the
All,
steering.
all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, I don't know whether to put
Yeah.
it in now. I
Gary.
noticed Gary's put.
It's called the helm.
I've put all of my stuff on there, yeah.
It's called
Yeah.
the helm. It's not the Starship
I'll put mine
Enterprise.
on.
So
I
the
figure
whole lot comes off.
bits that paint can't reach, can't be seen. So I'm just gonna. It's just going to be orange. Yeah. Mate.
Yeah. Okay.
But you do you.
No. I was in a quandary. I couldn't make my mind up which one to do. So
That's
you
a
smooth
posh word.
talking buggers, you've talked me into it.
We've talked you into doing a lot of things that you didn't think you were going to do.
It's getting quite worrying.
Yeah, you're quite impressionable, really, aren't you?
Easily led.
All right. Okay. So I need a little bit of guidance from the chat. So this is the usual thing. I tend to suffer from first world problems in that, like, I don't know what to build now, apart from what I build on the channel with my friends here. So I'm just about finished Tempest. Finished the Bulldog is coming along nicely. Well, there we go. So I'll have a clean bench apart from what I'm building on the channel.
Oh wait,
But what?
hang on a minute.
Ooh,
Tammy has just gifted another 5
another
memberships.
5.
Wow.
Thank you, Tammy.
Hey, calm down, girl.
Cool.
You're a star.
Thank you very much.
So I'm having trouble deciding what to build
just
next.
quickly on that.
Yes, do that.
John.
Sorry, I will get back to you in a sec. Just quickly on that. Those that have been gifted memberships, can you contact me either on Discord or on the Facebook Bearded Veteran Creators Facebook page and let me know, and I can add you to the members channel on Discord.
Oh, everyone gets one
Those
beard here.
that, yes, those that were gifted memberships by the time before Christmas, that runs out this weekend. Just a reminder. So make sure you check on the membership status. Carry on, John. Sorry.
I do have a suggestion for John. Read the next kit. He knows what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Victor.
Victor? Okay.
Meldred.
I don't believe it.
Oh, I tell you. No, so choices are, let's make it easy. So MiG-21, Edward 48 scale. MiG-21, Airfix Victor, Airfix Valiant, Zvezda C-130J, Edward 048.
I think
And I think
you
I'll
should
leave-
make Gary happy and go for the
I
Victor.
don't think I can ever make it.
Save that for Telford 2027, John.
I would, or a Harrier, a kinetic Harrier in 48.
Well, we're doing the Harrier group build on Discord, aren't we?
Yeah.
When does that start?
It's all calling out to me.
It's
eh?
already started.
Oh, bollocks.
It started on New Year's Day and finishes in April.
Or a trumpeter MiG-23 in 48 scale. Just because I've never built anything in Russian. Hot
Well,
topic at the moment.
in the spirit of for veterans, do something Russian. There you go.
What the
In the
hell the
spirit-
Russians got to do with the 4 veterans?
No, what I'm saying is because we do things that we wouldn't normally do or
That's
haven't done before,
True,
do the Russian.
true. All right, I see where you're going with that. I'll take that. I'll accept it.
I do have up here a 1144 Tupolev Tu-95 Bear Delta.
Jesus.
That's
However,
going to be a big plane.
it's a 1144, so it won't be that bad. But I've also got 3 other kits on the go at the moment, so I'm going to finish them before I start anything else.
Well, I've got a Russian plane for the Hobnob build for
I
Telford.
do.
Oh, brilliant.
I've got the Miasachef VMT Atlant Transport, which used to carry fuel tanks for the Energia rocket. And I've got,
There are a lot of weird words I've never heard before.
well,
Oh, look at the size of that thing.
their big heavy lift launcher that they used to have.
Where the hell do you put the batteries in that?
This is a liquid hydrogen tank for it. But I thought that has just got Hobnob.
Hobnob written all over it, yeah.
Wow.
144th scale from Micromere.
Look at the size of those end plates. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
big. That actually flew.
Yes, it did. It flew very well. Well, but I say very well for a converted Bison bomber.
Yeah.
And they could either have this is the hydrogen tank. They also had one with the oxygen tank, which is just this segment and then a tail fairing set further back. And then they had one which was just the nose and the tail fairing for payloads that they'd set over here somewhere. But this is the biggest thing they used to transport on there.
I'm going to try and land it in a crosswind.
No. I wouldn't actually like to try and fly it full stop, take it off, cruise it, land it, or anything. But I think it just looked really cool with hobnobs.
Yeah. Yes, because if the viewers don't know, the Friends of Models for Heroes Telford project for 2025 is hobnob themed. So all our models are going to have some sort of nod to the hobnob biscuit, which is 40 years old this year.
It is indeed.
Is it really?
And is the preferred modelling biscuit of UK modelers. So people may put an Easter egg in there somewhere with a little packet of hobnobs tucked away somewhere, or go full out and do what Gary's doing.
Yeah. Revell have also re-released the 144th scale Beluga, Airbus Beluga. I was thinking, well, I'll see how I get on with that. And I'm kind of tempted to maybe have one of those with the top door open and it's being pulled out.
Yeah.
Like a hobnobs.
Well, when
Have you been to Chocksway Diner, Gary?
No, I've never been there. It's up near Broughton, isn't it?
Chocksway Diner at Harden Airport.
Oh, no.
You literally, like you have a beer garden for a pub.
Yeah.
Well, you have the cafe, and it's right next to the taxiway for the runway.
Oh, nice.
So you can sit outside and have your dinner in like a beer garden thing, and the only thing separating you and the taxiway is a wire mesh fence.
Wow.
Yes.
And
it's also the way I am.
It's also the home of the Strike Master display team.
Oh, very nice.
So you have the Strike Masters and the Belugas taxiing past you and things like that.
Excellent.
And you can watch them take off, and the Red Arrows. They actually have a Red Arrows room for when the Red Arrows stay there.
Huh.
It's like a specific room in the cafe that only the Red Arrows are allowed to go into.
I do apologise, but having spent 3 years working with the Red Arrows, I don't get excited about them anymore.
Well, it's very highly of you.
We've only got 5.5 minutes left. Do you want to do another half hour so we can catch up with the chat? Or
yeah, I'm happy.
I'm game.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm game.
Cool.
Why not?
There you go, people. You got extra half hour.
So I'll
Jim
I'll
says,
before you read comments then. So where I volunteered at Fighter World Museum outside RAF Base Williamtown, north of Newcastle here. We got the same thing, a cafe next to a wire mesh fence, an aircraft taxiing past and stuff like that. But it's hilarious because whenever the F-35s take off, all the cars in the car park alarms go off because they're bloody loud. Yeah, they're awful. Like Hornets taking off, yeah, you can just keep on eating. You need to stop talking for a bit. But F-35s, yeah, they are the noisiest bloody things I've ever heard.
We used to have it at Scampton when the Vulcan was the display Vulcan, the one that was still in the RAF service, but for display purposes only. Used to do circuits at Scampton, and all the car alarms on base would go off.
Comments, Mikey.
Yes. Where were we? Where were we, modders? Ooh, cripes. Quite far behind. There you go. Jim says, TBG, are you working on the Tiger 1 kit? If so, which one? So we're going to rattle through them as quickly as we can. If you can, modders. Wow, we've got 26 people watching as well. Make sure you like and subscribe to the other 3 guys. Jim says, Martin, sorry to hear that, mate. Feel better soon. Felt better soon. TBG says, Airfix Academy, 135th Tiger 1. Jim, nice. I've got the Tamir one. Jim says, that's right. I remember we discussed it on Peter's Oscale Modelling live chat. Cool. Tiff says, Gary Morris, 3rd of January 2025 at 12:06 p.m. So she made a note when you had a sensible idea. In fact, Robert, you know you've got your live stream survive modmin pack. In there, I included a notebook. If you put it in the notebook at the end of the year, we can actually do like a memorial to Gary's good ideas through the year. I think that'd be cool.
A section for the end of year show. Gary's good ideas.
Gary's good ideas.
The date and time, along with what the idea was. Or brief description of what the idea was.
It'll be a very short section. Yeah, it'll be a very short section.
Whilst you do that, modders, I shall go through the chat. Right. Through it. Oh my god, we're so far behind. Right. TBG, as I recall, you need to remove the lugs at the rear of the cabin. Dieter, thanks, Tiff, Graham, and I are thinking. Dieter, I think the challenge of having a boat as a starter set is speaking for itself. Yeah. Martin, regarding the Tiger, the amount of builds I've seen on YouTube where people haven't cut the locating frame thing out from the main struts. Grrr.
Oh, yeah.
I have broke one of them, and I don't intend to. 172 biplanes are far too small for me. I have got.
They're challenging.
I haven't built it.
A friend of mine built one the other day. It's Edward Pocket D7. It's beautiful. I'll show you a picture in a minute.
Penny says, "Oh, bless you. Your words make me blush." Oh, well, bless you. We do miss people. I miss Chef Ivan as well. Yep. Athos says, "Afternoon, Penny." I've already established on Discord. This is the BBC family. We'll look out for one another, make sure we're all each other's okay. Dieter, PS started making a stash list. I'm face palming on how many boats and ships I already have. Dear me. Oh, 27 people. Athol says, did I just hear Jethro in the background on someone's channel? No, that was Gary's daughter.
What happened was... great loss.
Modders is actually just made a... I'm just watching, you know, the screens at the bottom where I can see all your feeds into the StreamYard.
Yeah.
I'm just watching Tiff's in the back, and she is actually making a note when you had your sensible idea. This is going to be.
You'll only need one page of that book. You'll only need one
Graham
page
says
of that
paint the
book.
back. Okay. Graham says paint the back of the wheelhouse before you assemble it. Spraying it into the nooks and crannies is a nightmare. Yeah.
Oh shit! Too
Two
late.
separate parts.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'll be right.
She'll be right, mate.
Well, there you go.
You'll be right.
The wheel is black rim with silver chrome spokes.
Oh, I've got a pen. I've got a pen that will do that.
I have as
Black
well.
rim with silver spokes.
Darren says the
Gary.
wheelhouse lights are red.
Forgive me if I
Yeah,
if
the
I've missed
wheelhouse
something.
light red. Go on.
I was just going to say to Gary, forgive me
What
if
have
I've
you
missed something. But did you do a review of those Galleria metallic pens?
I haven't published it. I've actually shot most of it. I haven't actually published it yet.
Oh, good. I haven't missed it.
No.
Okay, mate. No problem.
You know, I'm actually liking how this boat sits in the stand as well.
It's like
nice.
everything is good about it.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's.
I'm actually really
spot on.
impressed.
Really?
This one-
I get the idea.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my frame on a piece of wood as well, just to make sure it's stable and got a bit of weight under it.
Just
Darren says the wheelhouse lights are red. That is to protect the night vision when they're going out at night. So they can still see what's in the boat, but it doesn't damage their night vision. They can still see. It's the same reason in the army we use red torches at night.
Yeah.
DVD says don't forget the fluffy dice.
Yeah. Gary, is that just
Go on,
a
Gary.
bamboo? Is that just a bamboo stick you're using? Skewer you're using to apply that filler?
No, it's actually what happens is I use a lot of things like this when I'm cleaning airbrushes and stuff like that. I use a lot of these little sort of pointy cotton bud things.
All right, yeah.
And there's like a bigger sort of triangular one as well, which is they're used for gun cleaning apparently, but they're really good for getting into airbrushes.
Yeah.
When I've used it, I just break off a cotton bud and keep the wooden bit, and I can use them, sharpen them, use them for putting in things. I'm just going around. There's a few tiny bits where I don't want to over sand the seam, so I'm just putting a little bit of Mr. Dissolve Putty.
There you go, Gary.
Just to give it a little bit of a feel. Yeah, that's the kind of things. Yeah.
I think they cost like £4 off AliExpress.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, it's just one of those things I routinely buy when I go onto these stores. I just get a load more of those. And rather than throw the wood away, I sort of try and repurpose it as much as I can. Stirrers and applicators and whatever.
Excellent. Martin says, I bought the Shannon on the strength that I've got several cans of orange paint left from my KTM ownership.
Oh,
You had a
yeah.
KTM?
Anyone who owns a KTM would have orange.
Martin.
Yes. I thought this. Go on.
Chose well.
Mm.
Actually, you could keep it for the you could keep it for the CH-64A next year, the Sikorsky, because ICM are releasing the civilian version of the Tahi helicopter.
Yeah,
That's kind of big beastie.
Yeah,
and
I've got that.
Very much loved in Australia. It comes down here every summer for fire fighting and stuff like that. And they base it at Richmond, where I used to be, with the Hercs and stuff like that. And Elvis, there's a bushfire a number of years ago now, probably 20 odd years ago, and Elvis saved lives and stuff like that. So they're big fan.
Yeah,
I've got that fluorescent yellow as well to use on something. It actually looks like high-vis yellow, high-vis jacket yellow.
Okay.
What I'm thinking of doing with it is, because I haven't got, unlike Mr. Morris, I don't have a JCB or anything to build. So what I'm going to do is I've got a 434 from Accurate Armour, which is the recovery variant of the 432 armour personnel carrier. So what I'm going to do is, because it's partially built by someone who had it before, and they've messed it up. What I'm going to do is try and do as good a job as I can with it, building it and repairing it, and then I'm going to paint it as an AA vehicle.
Mhm.
So for those outside the UK, the AA is like an insurance / civilian recovery company.
Right.
And not the places where drinkers go. Athol says Lifeboat wheel uses Orangle or orange red lighting, same as Royal Navy and RAF operations room use. Yeah.
Yeah.
Darren says I've been in the simulation tank, Gary.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
oh boy.
But that was fun. Jim says I generate a lot of wind after I eat beans. Wonderful.
Don't we all?
Athol says, yes, Jim, we heard and felt the after effects of your beans meals. TBG says, identical in locations, yes. Colour, they vary with deck and hull colours depending on the type of beach they go up. Yeah. Julian Penny, I found a couple of Shannon Class YouTube videos. One of them, probably the one you saw, posted them both on Discord. Thank you very much.
Well done.
TVG says XF84 Dark Iron. I do need to get some Dark Iron, actually.
That
Right?
might be
No,
about
burnt
tank
iron I
track.
need to get.
Yeah, a bit of tight paint the tank tracks on it.
I think I need to get some burnt iron and some matte aluminium for doing that Pegasus engine.
Mm-hmm.
Jim says, Tiff, regarding tank tracks, I use a combination of Tier X10 gunmetal and XF84 Dark Iron. There we go. And CBG says, oh, and a HB pencil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jim, Athol, my goodness, you heard me all the way over in Scotland. That's the butterfly effect, isn't it? You break wind in America, we get the storm. Martin says, thanks for the help. I'll look up on the Discord. No problems. Athol says, heard it and smelt the after effects, Jim. Wish the jet stream would reverse so we here get clean. Jim, I'll post some photos of the Tiger 1 tracks on Discord. Excellent. Penny says, as I often say, no like, no Tahiti. There we go. Martin says, Jim, cheers, mate. Dieter, regarding the P1127, happy to have been a help. There we go. Kev Trainer says, good snowy morning. Hello, Kevin.
Morning, Kevin.
That changed around. We're clicking on it. TVG says, ICM build sequences are awful, as are many are. I don't know. I think as long as you, with ICM are like any other model, as long as you read ahead, before, then you're generally fine.
Yeah.
Make a good point there, because
this is
I'm the one who's guilty of not reading ahead, and very often I've said something on one of these streams, and Mikey says, or John will say, if you read ahead and look at the next bit, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this thing, I mean, I think that's the difference between an experienced modeler and a less experienced modeler is being able to read ahead and know what to rearrange. If that makes sense. They're teaching you like one way of doing it, and you learn the ability to decide what needs to be done and where, so that you don't necessarily have to follow the instructions exactly. You can make it easier for yourself. Yeah. Julian says, I'm guessing the fit issues were early run as it's being sorted now, as those who had issues weren't inexperienced. Yeah. Some people also just like bashing Airfix.
Exactly.
So, yeah. TVG says, Julian, no, we weren't. Tiffany says, no worries, Jim. Kieran, afternoon all. Sorry I'm late. No problems, Kieran. Jim, hello, mate. Kieran, hello, mate. How's the A7 Corsair going? Kieran, hi Jim. Hope all's well. Corsair decaling is now done. Hoping to clear coat later and then start weathering. Harry gives us memberships, which is very kind. Tiffany, thank you so much, Tammy. Tammy, good morning, all. Good morning, Tammy.
Wow, you are behind on
Aaron,
that.
thanks, Tammy. Athol, morning, Tammy. Yeah, this is why I'm trying to do it quickly. Tammy, Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year. Hi, Athol and all in the chat. Wish we could do more. We appreciate what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing, right? People before I monetize the channel, some people are saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do it because then you have the haves and have-nots." It's not that. It's by monetizing the channel, we can do things like if John can't get a kit in Australia, I can pay for him to have a kit and send it to him, and we can send it to him.
Yeah.
If when Gary decides, it's Gary's choice to do for the 3 veterans build. If I haven't got the kit in my stash, I can go and get it so that we can do the build. That's the sort of stuff it's for. And at some point, I will probably end up buying the 2 Garys a kit or something, depending on what we're doing. I might decide that one build I'm going to surprise them, so I'll just buy their kits for them out of the money from the channel, and obviously I can use it to pay for me electric and things. That's why I did it.
Also, things like channel memberships are extras. It's the basic proposition, the basic what we do doesn't change. There's just extra bits, and what's so wrong with that? That's life. We don't neglect our core activity in order to service channel members or something.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
the thing. Always we keep in mind we don't affect the basic. This is what we do. That's the way life is, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well said, sir.
One of the things with getting kit stuff, one of the things I've always said, especially to John and Mr. Morris over it, is that I don't want them to spend. If I want to do a kit, I'm not going to say to them, I want to do a £60 kit, and if you want to take part, you got to go out and buy it because that's not fair.
Yeah.
So we
So
haven't been on our build list yet.
Exactly. But if I've got a bit of money from the channel saved up, and I want to do a certain kit that is a bit more than like 20 quid, I'll say to the guys, I'll get the kit. Or if John can't get it in Australia, I can send it from over to him. Because it's not cheap to send them over to Australia.
Oh,
and it's not fair me expecting him to do it.
The 4 raffles I've run on my channel, right? 2 winners are in Australia and 1 in the USA.
Yeah.
Okay, so sending an ICM Tahi to Australia, that cost me about 90 quid.
Wow.
That took a massive chunk out of the whole thing. Models for Heroes got their cut, end of story. But then you look at it and you think, oh, dudes. Actually, but you stand by it, you do it. It's what you have to do.
Exactly.
But, sending stuff to Australia.
If you're going to do,
say that's a good way of doing it. Good source of support for doing it.
And if you want to do a buddy build with your mates and you don't want them to miss out, you've got to be fair with them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like this is a nice little kit.
Yeah,
I quite enjoy it, and it's fairly cheap. But like Mystery Box Nick sent me that World War I ICM set. I wouldn't expect Gary and John to go out and buy something like that just to do it as a buddy build because it wouldn't be fair. So Dieter says, "Nice one, Tammy. Still not for me, but I know it's the system that gives them randomly." Yeah, Bless. 4 times now. Penny's gifted memberships, and Dieter's not had one once.
I mean, oh,
Yeah, it'd be nice to know what system they use for deciding it. Like, but
Yeah.
Do you know?
Ooh, I've got to
This
rate
kit-
this month's live show.
I'm just looking at this kit that we're working on, and I'm ready for paint.
yeah, as am I. Like, I've run out of things to do, and unless we start painting.
Yeah, I mean, there's all the framework and the railings to do, but for the actual main body and all that, I'm at the stage where it needs to go into primer, and that's 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
the
why
next
it
step for me, apart from the only bits that aren't on, a couple of pages of rails, as you can see here. Like, you know, all that stuff will be grey, and it'll need to be painted orange and grey and blue and black and all that stuff first. So I'm actually I'm sitting here doing this really because the builder's almost done at a point where it needs to be painted. And it's a beautiful little thing.
So the question is, this raises the question, right? Are we going to have all this done in 2 episodes?
No.
Or are we going to do detailing?
I would imagine that the railings are going to take a lot longer.
If we're painting it on live stream, it really depends if we do that, because there's going to be a bit of work involved.
I would say probably paint it off stream, but detail it on stream.
Okay.
That's what I'd probably say. Because there's nothing worse than just watching someone spraying. It's boring as hell because they can't talk.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It's like me doing rib tape yesterday in the Fokker build.
And
2 hours of it.
Yeah.
But I am amazed I've got to where I've got to in 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Penny says, "I'm sure as an amputee he would still rather socks than COVID." Yeah. Oh, bless. After Dieter made that comment, that's when Tammy did the second round. The second lot of memberships, right? He still didn't get one.
I mean,
bless him.
Oh dear.
Oh, bless him. I like Dieter. Tammy says, "Oh, I did more." Oh, hang on. There's she's just done a £5 donation as well. A $5 donation.
Wow.
Thank you very much. That's very kind.
Very generous.
It does restore my faith in people as well, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, I am really going to think about priming this and spraying it.
Well, it's up to you. If you want to do that now, you can do. Whilst I go through the chat, it's up to you. Matthew says, "Thank you for the membership. Very kind." If you look in a little bit, the Discord link is there. If you're not on the Discord and you've just been given a membership, follow that link, join the Discord, and I can let me know that you've been given a membership, so I can add you to the membership channel, where we can chat about stuff about the channel and things like that. And I need to do another monthly members only live stream. Marty says, "I did actually get 5 pairs of socks, which being an amputee is a bargain, as that translates to 10 socks for the one live limb." Yeah, there we go.
Excellent.
Which is what, about 20 weeks worth of socks?
I have found.
Yes. I have found. Come on.
something
What have
I
you found?
found slightly negative about the about this kit.
Hush your mouth.
Oh no, forget it. I haven't.
Okay,
No.
what did you nearly find?
Well, I nearly thought on section 16 of the instructions, it shows about putting the decals on,
Yep.
and on the stand it says Shannon Class Lifeboat, and I couldn't see it on the
Yeah.
detail sheet, but it is there. I've just found it.
Yeah, there.
15.
little one there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're hard to
So,
see because I don't have a blue background.
So I'd take, apologies to Essex on that one. We're just flicking through
Ian
to see.
says,
Go on.
Ian says, the irony of crazy load you get in a gifted membership. I've never seen that before. It's usually the way around.
It's usually the other way around. Yeah. It's a very generous man.
That's going to blow his mind.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to understand that. He'll be going driving around going, does not compute. Won't be able to cope with that. Bless him.
Tammy says, I hope that helps some. Thank you all for what you guys do. Oh, we don't do anything. We just have fun, don't we?
I was going to say, it's very kind of you to say that, Tammy, but I just sit here and make models and talk rubbish.
Yeah. Well, any of us do, really. Modmin does all the work, or most of it.
She gets paid in hobnobs.
Matthew says, do you have a Discord? Yeah. I give her some hobnobs for Christmas as well. That was a Christmas paper bonus. She also got a box of Welsh tea bags and a bottle of Wicked.
Oh.
There we go.
I've still got my rather large box of my rather large Cadbury chocolate bar.
Yeah, have you shown them how big that bar of chocolate is?
No, it's downstairs. I haven't brought it up into the man cave yet. It's I'm slowly sneaking stuff up here for when I'm at the bench. I've got me Milky Bar. I've got me knockoff.
Marion will just find you in a diabetic coma somewhere.
Got me,
in the corner of the room.
and as I was showing you the other day, I've got me bottles of wine up here. So.
Oh, so you're going to be drunk and in a diabetic coma.
If you're going to go out in style. That's what I say.
Covered in chocolate around your face.
Yeah.
Like a kid that's got the Easter eggs.
At least I'll have done happy.
Martin says, excuse my ignorance, but what exactly does a gifted membership mean? What it means is that, one, you can get added to the members only channel on Discord. And it also means that because it's when you're gifted a membership, you're gifted the highest level of membership. You also get to come on a free, an extra members only live stream once a month. And you get different emojis that you can use in the chat. It wants me to set up a members only chat as well, but I don't want to do that because that really does just separate the two groups then. I don't like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the big thing I think is the Discord, isn't it? Really, because that's growing. That's a nice little community growing in the Discord. And
well, what we did on the members only live stream as well is we used that. I used that as a way of speaking to the members about ideas that they have for how they'd like the streams to go and what sort of changes they'd want me to make and things. So you get a bit more of an input on the channel. There we go. Graham says, Victor in anti-flash white. That would drive John insane trying to paint that.
So that's what I'm looking at right now, in fact.
Oh, he is doing the Victor.
I haven't chosen it yet. But yeah, it's a choice of
No, but we have, so you got to do it now.
You're toying with me, Marley.
That one or that one. No, I haven't decided. So I'm still okay. Keep going. There might be other choices.
Well, I've got a Victor as well, mate. We could do a group build.
Oh my god. oh my giddy aunt, he says, trying to sound not Australian.
Are you starting to enjoy group builds now, Gary?
Well, yes, because for very many reasons actually. Mostly because I can't actually do my normal work really for the next week or two. because I've got to pack up everything, get out the way of the windows which are being replaced. So my entire life at the moment is. But I'm enjoying just chatting and building stuff, and it makes me do. I've been meaning to build this blasted thing for ages. The difference is, of course, I'm not actually doing it under a camera and doing it as an instructional thing, but I'm just enjoying it. I'm getting to a stage where I want to enjoy stuff a bit more.
Yeah. I think, especially when you're doing YouTube, it's very easy to get bogged down in doing the YouTube thing and not just enjoying.
It's very, very easy for what I love, which is model making, to become my work, my job.
Yes.
And that kind of tends to take it off, you know. So I'm trying to re-get that. Yeah, nice. I think actually that's the box.
If you want, we can make it a more regular thing.
That one.
Gary, John's just had a huge strain.
Nice.
It's a big box.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
He's just going to do that.
The thing I don't understand with Airfix is they've not done the pure bomber version with like the £35,000 bombs in it.
No.
Which would just be so much fun. I did the Vulcan with 21.
Bargain price for them, isn't it?
What was that?
My study on because I said it's a bargain price, 35,000 for that.
Yeah.
£35,000.
God, would have been pretty cool for that to have been done in low level with retard bombs going down to convoys, and it's £1,000.
That sounds so dodgy.
Yeah.
It's a remarkable aircraft. So yeah. So anyone who doesn't know, which would be pretty much everyone watching the chat, my page on Facebook, I love the Victor. In fact, it's my the cover page of the Skull Modelling Twins. Let's see. This is arthritic since the last update. Yes.
Can we hurry up so I can get through this chat, dude?
Oh, shush. Yeah.
There we go. Have fun painting a lot white, John.
Get on with it.
Scott says Edward F6F.
Oh, yeah.
Jim says Marley, I vote for the MiG-23.
Ooh.
Jim, Tammy, you are a generous and kind person, Tammy. She is. Darren, important info, part C24 was missing from the instructions. It fits into the same raised piece at the front of the deck. Oh.
C24.
Cool. Thank you for that.
C24. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Where does that go?
There we go. Tammy says Ray has been building Lego kits to use for our new scenery on our double mainline tracks. He is doing amazing and making videos himself. He's very proud. Nice.
Good man.
Yeah.
Let's see where it goes.
Martin, a couple of weeks ago, I managed to lose a crucial part of a Panzer 1 kit. Oh, hang on. Modders is showing us.
C24 is on the instructions.
That bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
See,
go.
anchor. So which step is that, please?
That is step 10.
10.
10, yeah.
There we go. Thank you, modders.
No worries.
Huh?
Hurry up and get on with chat. You're half an hour
hang
behind.
on. Step 10.
Not on my one.
It's not on my one.
Step 10. No C24. This
No,
must
it must
be
be a new.
a reprint.
Thing.
So, yeah, because it is on the next page. It's the anchor that's over on the sidewall there. So a little curved bit there under my finger.
Oh, I see.
So it's a little curved dingus. It's a spar lash. It's an anchor, I'm sure. But yeah, so it's in step 11 has been fitted, but it's not in step 10 to fit it on my sheet.
No.
Yeah.
It must be something that they've realised. Anyway, like Modman
Well, we
says,
know
we
about
need
it,
to get on with the chat.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Marty says, a couple of weeks ago, I managed to lose a crucial part of Panzer 1 kit, the big post-Christmas cleanup. Guess what was found in the Hoover?
Oh,
Dieter says, nice at Lance. I have it on my wish list, but with another payload. There you go. Who says, we're so far behind in the comments? Yep. Brian, I hope you're going to inform the Vitties. They might be interested in sponsorship.
Yeah.
Tiffany, Tammy says, Tiff, they are working. You know what you get when you get guys together. It's all right. It just means you get longer wheels. Dieter, they're still in use, by the way. The Antonov AN-225 was built to replace her and carry the entire Energia and Buran stack in one hull. Unfortunately, only 1225 ever made it, as we know. Yes, and now that's in bits in the middle of Ukraine.
yeah.
Well, no, the Energia and Buran were separate projects, completely separate. It's the Buran had an external tank like the shuttle did, but the Energia was bigger than that. It was like a really heavy lift launcher for carrying things like Mir into space.
Yeah. Julian, maybe do confectionery themed aircraft, say one with a tube of Rolos on it. 4 veterans each pick a different suite to use. Jacob, didn't they find a nearly complete but unfinished AN-225 in a warehouse or hangar somewhere? Yes. And welcome to the chat. I've not seen Jacob before.
Welcome, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob. Welcome along, mate.
I think they did, you know.
Yeah, they built 2 as far as I'm
I
aware.
remember something like that. Yeah.
So they're
Scott
doing
says
this
the 225 got so much donations to build it. Exploring and Seeing, aka Rich, says thank you for the membership, Mum and Son Train Rail fans. Tiff says, what was the idea that you had, Gary, before?
Oh, he'd have forgotten by now.
I've had an idea.
What?
I'll go back in the stream. Scott says,
God,
hi,
I
Tammy and
can't
Ray.
remember.
Rich says,
Um,
Julian
this,
says, Gary's good idea is a video on its own. Yeah.
very short one. So this C-24, I'm having trouble
Yes.
fitting it.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling I'm doing something wrong.
Tammy says, hi, Scott. Martin, is that the Tiger one with the full interior? So it's my next build. It's going to be part of the diorama with the Panzer 1 and motorcycle and sidecar. Nice. Julian says, good point, Mikey. Where it is, Ivan. Yeah. I know he's struggling a little bit. Rich says, afternoon, Julian. TBG says, thank you, Tammy. Ooh, TBG's a member now. Jim, as a rule, I study the instructions with the parts on the bench in front of me. It helps me to edit the build sequence if I need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Julian, I think the Airfix starter set guide for newbies should have step 1, read the instructions. It actually, on the first page, it does say read through the instructions before you start. Penny, basically, we memberships you have extended. What? We memberships you have extended the Models for Heroes model. Does that make sense to anyone?
Basically, we memberships. No, I don't. No.
What? Models for Heroes don't have membership.
You mean the Friends of Models for Heroes?
I don't know. Tammy says, we appreciate you all. Thank you. It's very kind. Julian, then step 2, read them again and cross out the parts you've chosen version doesn't need. That's what I do, actually. If I don't need it, I highlight it so that I know not to do it. Julian, very generous, Mom and Son. Mom and Son says, you run the channel how you see fit. You don't have to explain. I know, but some people get a bit funny with why it's monetized. Yeah, that's why. I have bills to pay like anyone else, and I don't want the guys to be put out of pocket just because they're helping me out. Athol says, thing is, I only build and paint Warhammer kits, so really, apart from the comrade ship, I'm wasted on here.
No, you're not.
That's the point. We haven't done any Warhammer stuff.
No, we haven't.
And I would also point out there's so much crossover
Yeah.
between different types of modelling that you can pick up tips on painting and stuff like that you can apply to other things. So it's always worth watching.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
Warhammer, scale modelling, model railways, they're all very much crossover and sort of interpolate with each other.
Totally.
I think since we've started, because I remember when we first started doing the three veterans, Gary, you were so against doing so many different models, and now you're just like, oh yeah, they're all great. It's all great. We'll just do anything. You've grown as a modeler. It's great.
Frightening. I'm frightened with my brain writing checks my abilities can't cash.
Yeah. Tammy said it's not cheap to send anything to anyone. That's why we opt to do memberships and super chats. That way you can use it how it benefits the channel. Exactly.
That's good. Good. Well said.
Yeah. I'm not doing it because I'm greedy. I don't particularly care about money, but I don't want people, either me or the guys, to be out of pocket just because we're doing this.
Oh, pardon me.
That's just jumped a lot. Oh, crumbs. Where are we? There you go. Kieran, all the Airfix start sets and other kits say to read the instructions before starting. Yes, they do. Dieter, John, you can both chuckle and feel sorry for little old me. I did the same regarding not having been winning once. That is life, say let me. Bless you. You'll get a membership at some point, dude. And you can always talk to us about anything you want anyway. You know that. Tammy says, Athol, no, you're not. Trains, Warhammer, or anything else is the commodity that is a nice buddy. Yes. It's the camaraderie that's nice. I think that's meant to say. Yeah. But definitely, I think Warhammer could be built, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We've not.
With Warhammer, you can do some nice little fantasy dioramas.
You can also do the. Oh, yeah. We'll have to do a diorama build again at some point.
Here we go.
Oh, you've said the D word to him.
I miss making dioramas.
Tiff, 1338 on the 3rd of the 1st, 2025. Gary said something stupid.
That's a much longer video.
Hey?
She hasn't got a big enough notebook for that. Jane says, Mikey, I think this truly is random. I've been gifted a membership on a live stream I wasn't even in. So it's probably followers who aren't members, maybe commented videos. Yeah. I follow a scale modeling YouTube channel that I've never commented on. And I got gifted a membership the other day.
Where?
So, I think it's a way for YouTube to encourage you to go and watch streams that you don't watch very often as well. Jim says, Athol, not at all. All are welcome here, mate. Absolutely. Doesn't matter what you build, or even if you don't build. If you just want to sit here, listen to us rabbit on, join in the chat, or on a Monday, come on the panel, and that's fine.
You don't have to.
As long as you don't cause any hassle, it's fine.
and you know, it's specifically in the channel title. It doesn't say modelling. It says Bearded Veteran Creates.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say it's about modelling.
Yes.
We just happen to model.
Correct. Yes. June says, Chair Farty Pants, I nearly thought therein lies a problem. Deed says, what? Julian. Tiff says, love it. Mikey says, extra half hour to catch up on chat. We're still miles behind.
Yep.
And we've had 40 minutes extra.
Yeah. Rich says, thank you again for the membership. Tim says, these guys are gabbing like a bunch of old ladies in a sewing group. Sorry.
Yeah.
I blame John.
Oh, yeah. So do I.
Sammy says, you're very welcome, Athol, and you will get one of these gift memberships. You are awesome, buddy. Athol says, Tammy, no thanks for the membership thingy. TVG is Mikey that far behind? Lol. Tiff says there is a photo in the reference pics page on Discord. Step 10. Thank you.
Cheers, Tiff.
Thank you.
Karen, Tiff. Thanks, Tiff. I didn't realise they'd update the instructions. Just knew it wasn't on mine. Rich is back. Modders didn't even know it was an issue, Darren. There you go. Darren, yeah, I've got 3 kits and I'm missing on them all.
Ah.
TVG is to encourage Mikey to go to the daft side. Yes. Julian says, Mikey, with regard to membership payments, I look at it in terms of kit price. 2 months, $5.99, for instance, is about the same as an Airfix starter set. I think channel membership is better value. Oh, thank you, buddy. Guess what? I've caught up with the chat.
Oh my God.
That's insane.
The kingdom's going to
Sorry,
fall.
No, you haven't.
I know. Julian, 1341 at the moment. Let's see the time when he gets red.
1342. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. What a stream.
Fantastic. Right.
What a stream that's been.
What fun.
It's a beautiful kit. It really is. Like, if anyone's thinking about it, if
Buy
you're in
it.
Australia,
It's
order
cold.
one now.
It's
Sorry.
cold, so I put my slipper on.
It goes together very, very well. And that's a good looking thing, too. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I'm so glad we chose to do this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's the Emperor.
Channeling some early Rick Wakeman here.
Yeah.
It's cold, and this is so fleecy. Look,
It's so fleecy.
it's fleece on the outside, and it's fleece lined.
Okay. I've just started
Okay,
sweating.
gotta be
looking
for
at you.
Christmas.
If you'd have told me at the beginning of this session 2.5 hours ago plus that I'd have this virtually built, I'd have laughed you out the room. But I'm going to prime this and I'm going to paint it
Well, I'm gonna after this
before I do the detailed work.
and a coffee, and then I'm gonna catch up with you guys on it.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm going
So-
to. I've been told off because I
Plan
haven't
is to
did.
paint it off screen, you're saying? Is
Yeah.
that what we're happening? What we're doing?
Paint it off screen and detail it next Friday.
Yeah.
And do all the fiddly bits and
Gary, you gonna be available next Friday with your windows being done?
I will try to be. They're being done on Wednesday and Thursday, so you should have finished. But yeah, I'll pop into the stream anyway.
Yeah.
Whether or not I'll have actually achieved very much, especially with Maria's mother being the way she is at the moment as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's life is really catching up at the moment. And,
Yeah.
Fair enough, mate.
but yeah, I'll still be on the stream anyway. I'll pop in and have a chat anyway, whatever
Right.
happens.
Yeah.
Jim
My
says-
mum's still in hospital. It's been well over a month now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jim said, jolly good show, you guys.
Cheers, Jim.
Cheers, Jim.
Use
Thanks for
guide.
sticking around.
Use guide.
I enjoy this one. Thanks, mateys.
Our pleasure.
I so misread that. I was like, why is he telling us that? And then I realised.
yeah, we want
That is
photos.
oversharing.
Matthew says, thank you all. Keeper says, we'll be pumped now for the ARFF this evening. Yeah. They are. Darren says, thanks everyone, great stream. You're welcome. Thank you all for joining us. We hope
Yes.
you've had a good time.
Yeah.
We certainly have.
Yeah.
So, bing. Oh, I know. I've got 2 lights on. There you go.
Oh, you're that way. Oh, okay. So I'm
There we
see
go,
off
yeah.
that side, is it?
Oh, yes.
I can't see it.
What's on there?
I don't know.
Not quite make it out.
There you go. Good way to spend the morning. Thanks, everyone. Great stream. And thank you, guys. No
Pleasure.
problems. We're going to shoot off now.
Because I'm
I'll
getting
probably
told
be in
off.
Discord. Yeah, I'll be in Discord and I'll have my dinner. Right, I'm going to do the outro now. I've done another outro.
Oh my
We've done
goodness.
the outro.
Are you ready? You're going to like this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you very
People are
much.
insult me.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, John.
See you, everyone, Monday.
Hey guys.
Monday.
Bye, guys.